Yo, thank you so much to everyone who turned up to my stream yesterday. It was absolutely phenomenal. We had a great time. It was just good sitting there chatting and just talking about video games and just checking out the daily, gaming news. Yo, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much to everyone who turned out to my stream yesterday. Today we're going to be checking out, of course, the Summer Games Fest, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. I am an official co-streamer, so as I'll be multi-streaming this to Twitch, to YouTube, to X, and Kick. If you're watching this on Twitch for 30 minutes, you get access to Soul Frame, at least I think it's the beta access, so definitely check that out, as I am an official co-streamer approved by the Summer Games Fest, so we will definitely be having that available for you. But today we're going to be, of course, talking about video games, and of course the first one you can see on screen right now, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 is officially available on Game Pass. If you've never played these CRPGs, you should definitely give them a try. They are pretty much what gave rise to Baldur's Gate 3, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. If you're a CRPG fan, definitely check them out. Although if you are a CRPG fan, I assume you already have. This is more for those that got introduced into the CRPG through Baldur's Gate. This is a good way to see where the game started, and of course the story and the lore going all the way back and getting that backstory you never had. Right, so this one is finally available. Galgardians, Servants of the Dark is available on Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One. Finally, this is not a Play Anywhere title, unfortunately. I kind of wish it was, because it is available on PC, but it is not. It is a Metroidvania game, and it actually looks pretty cool. I like this game. I've been playing for a little bit, and honestly, it's fun. And it is, oddly enough, it's a multiplayer game as well, so there is co-op, so you can play it with a friend. A Metroidvania co-op game. What more could you ask for? It is a really good game, seriously. Check it out. It's $25 in the UK. I think it's $30 in the US. Pretty decently priced, and in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is getting a next-gen update for the Xbox Series X, S, PS5, and apparently for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's scheduled for the fall of 2025. Whether this is true or not is unknown, but it is from Nate the Hate, who does throw around a lot of, suggestions. Some, some come true, some do not. Take it with a grain of salt, but apparently a next-gen update potentially is in the works. Are you excited for that? If you've not played the game, will this actually convince you to now go around in a second round and play it? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. New info coming soon for Cyberpunk 2077 by CDPR. You've got this over here by Marcin Momot. We're not done yet. Stay tuned for more info about the next Cyberpunk 27 update coming later this month. We'll start spilling the beans closer to the release of patch 2.3. That's its name. So for now, we ask for a bit more patience. Let the team cook. So when Cyberpunk originally launched, it was a colossal mess. It was absolute nightmare. It was pretty much garbage fodder. But they stuck with it. They fixed it, and they came back and they won your trust back, and they revived the game, and they are continuing to push forward and deliver in multiple ways. And they aren't done yet, which is great. They released the DLC, which was critically acclaimed, Liberty City. So, in my eyes, they've done more than enough to kind of win your trust back, well, at least in my eyes. So let's see what they're cooking for 2.3. Okay, now we come to this guy, and you know what, I'm gonna side with Nick on this one. He told you he wouldn't buy it because Nintendo is big bad corpo, and with the attention you gave him, he bought one on day one. They commodify your goodwill, and this is the problem with all of these videos, right? I've never once said that I'm not buying the Switch 2. I actually did buy the Switch 2. Right? I always said I was going to buy one, and so I did buy one. I'm hoping this actually comes out on the video, but no, it's not. Well, there you go. You can see it there. Right? I've always said I was going to buy one, and I did buy one because I said I was going to buy one. But then you've got people like this, like Mutaha, and there are multiple other ones as well, who basically turned around and said that they would not be buying one because of Big Bad Corpo, and then day one they go and buy it. All of these people are basically fakes. They're just, constantly, I mean, as you can see here, definition of fake, Motorheart is insane. All of these people that came out, I mean, DCG is also the same. Guy was saying he was never going to buy it, and he's there day one reviewing it, saying it's trash, that he bought it. You know, this sort of thing is just diabolically sad. And the way people feed into these, and the way these people actually, you know, just continuously lie to your faces, you know, at some point someone has to hold them accountable. And then you got this dude over here who thought he was pretty smart. He was going to go into a Nintendo store in San Francisco, smash the Switch in front of everyone, and think that there was going to be no consequence to this. Look at him thinking it's a badge of honor. This dude is a complete and utter bellend. What an idiot. I'm not kidding. They said I was the first person that's banned from the store. And good. I hope more stores ban you as well. There are people going out their ways with their kids to the Nintendo store to buy it. You go in there and take out whatever it is, acting like a complete animal. And, you know, at this point, you know, I'm surprised they haven't opened a lawsuit against you. This one is again Switch related. Both Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2 carts do not function until you update your Switch 2. However, with Nintendo, they do have the firmware on the actual cartridges if you're playing them, so you don't need the internet to actually upgrade. But the moment you put your Switch on, there is a day one patch that actually enables a lot of this stuff, so you don't need to rely on the cart. It will follow you through. I know Does It Play is already losing his mind regarding this, but at the end of the day, this shouldn't have been a big deal when the Xbox One came out, considering the internet is so widely available. It's not going to be a big deal here. It shouldn't be a big deal here, and honestly, I don't think it really is. I don't think the same reaction that the Xbox One received is being received here, whether you want to call that the Xbox tax or whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, the reception has changed drastically. The way people, I know Colt Eastwood here saying, "Oh, really?" and he's basically referring to the Xbox One's treatment. But at the end of the day, you know, still requiring the internet to use the device is a bit weird. But at least there are workarounds for it. What does this do for game preservation? Not a whole lot. But at the end of the day, we are at a digital age right now. I seriously do not see a time when the whole internet in the whole wide world is going to turn off. And if it does, I'll be quite frank and honest with you, your Switch is going to be the last thing you think about if the internet shuts down. Can you imagine if the internet went down? Man. Your gaming is going to be the last thing you want to think about. And I'm going to finish with this one. Silent Hill F is actually Play Anywhere. This was actually kept silent. I reckon this is actually going to go straight to Game Pass. That's my personal opinion. Steve over here is saying the same thing, likely heading into Game Pass. It is Play Anywhere, which is really awesome. This just means that you only need one copy of the game. Even if it isn't going into Game Pass, you need one copy on either the Xbox app or your Xbox, and you can play it on your PC or your console, which is awesome. Play Anywhere is one of the greatest things ever to be introduced into gaming. I love it, and I really hope Microsoft push this Play Anywhere a lot more. Buying one game and giving you entitlement to other platforms is absolutely awesome. Well, folks, that's the video. I'm going to be streaming tonight, Summer Games Fest. I am an official co-streamer. Hopefully I'll see you there. I might be joined by Mini Chaos today, so he won't be there for the whole stream because I think this thing goes on till like 2-3 a.m. in the morning, but he'll be at least there for maybe a couple of hours or an hour or so. So hopefully I'll see you there, and we can all have a really good time with this show. All right, folks, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, remain legend.